Affirm, sir.
Victor Tango Romeo Uniform Delta over Mumbai Delhi FIR boundary. Flight level 330 Romeo 460. Give your position report elements, and then in the end you will say changing over to Delhi radio. Have you understood?
Affirm, sir.
Hmm. Try again.
Mumbai Radio, copy Delhi Radio, Victor Tango Uniform Delta, over at Mumbai Delhi FR boundary 1030, flight level 320, route whiskey 377, estimating Buklo 1040, ETA Delhi 1050, changing over to Delhi Radio.
Hmm. You can say I've heard this to this. You can say type of aircraft. Any essential information that you think you can give, but otherwise it was a good call. Sabrish, are you aware about all HF calls?
Yeah, so the pre-flight radio check, that one I'm aware, and I will just look through the FIR report again because it's been
Make a
long
list. Make a list.
of him.
Cell call check, pre-flight cell call check, airborne cell call check. In sequence, I'm giving pre-flight, airborne, departure report or departure message. This is the third call. Fourth call would be FIR report.
Pre-flight
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 cell call
record,
check, airborne
airborne
cell call check, departure
departure,
report or departure message. It's the same thing. Departure report or departure message,
and FIR
FIR
report.
report. Departure report or departure message is to be given once the aircraft is airborne after takeoff. Okay. Once the aircraft is airborne after takeoff, and the message will go to destination radio. So if you're going from Mumbai to Delhi, you will depart from Mumbai. Once you are airborne, once you're climbing through your initial climb, sometime when your flaps are done, everything is done, and you're just complying with ATC clearance for climb, that's when you will contact destination radio. HF has big range. Even in Mumbai, you can contact to Chennai radio or Delhi radio, and you will make the call like W1, W2, name of the report, time, call sign, and all elements. Basically, all position report elements. W1, W2, name of the report, time, call sign. So call sign will be said twice, once in W2 and second as a part of the report. So in your approx call also you can say Delhi control, India 123, approx, risk of collision 1400. This is the time of report. Air India 123 at 1355. A fighter jet passed our level, flight level 330 from left to right. Appeared to be an Indian Air Force fighter jet at about 2 nautical miles. Position over Mumbai Delhi control boundary. ETA Delhi so and so. TAS persons on board. All international crew on board if you want to say, otherwise it's fine. I want you all to be clear about the structure of your reports, okay? It's a easy call. Anytime you see in question, give required report or give dedicated report, position report, FI report, departure report, pilot report, wind shear report, air report. Pilot report and air report can be considered to be the same. Written the structure down. Can you share the image of the structures?
Affirm, sir.
Just send me a picture.
So I have sent you via WhatsApp.
Very good. Rudra, are you following? Did you make a note of it?
Affirm, sir.
Hmm. Okay. So good job on listening. Good job on being attentive. A very warm welcome to the session, students. So I'll tell you how we are planning to do our mock sessions ahead. A complete mock will be done for Victor Tango Sierra November India, then Victor Tango Romeo Uniform Delta, then again Victor Tango Sierra November India. Okay? You try to be relaxed, try to enjoy, do not worry, do not take it too seriously with respect to the pressure and the stress. But do the right thing without taking the pressure. I want you all to like be in a relaxed state of mind and let everything that you have studied come to you. Unnecessary worry will take away a little bit of clarity of thinking. Okay? So I don't want you to feel that the session is like a burden. I want you to feel that this is like a therapy for us because this is our passion. And what we're doing is just climbing another step towards our bigger goal. And let's enjoy the process. Okay? I want you all to just enjoy Sierra November India and Romeo Uniform Delta, both. Okay? Let's do it with a positive mindset. Let's discuss doubts. Whatever I tell you, make notes of it. Remember to apply it. Students who have exams tomorrow, do your final prep along with what you're doing, practice. Um, it's okay if you are finding some areas of improvement that I'm saying. If you feel confident with what you have done, just try to apply something that I have said and stick with your performance as long as it is clean and clear using RT words and phrases and RT knowledge. So reading is not correct. That we will not do. But the type of call that Shabrish gave could be okay. It sounded good. But I would say to make it much better, the emphasis of the call should be spoken first and then everything else. But even if exam you don't remember that, and if you give the call that you gave, it was really good and ATC will like it. But just so that we have time, we can improve on it. So we first ensure that we give emphasis of what the call is about. W1, W2, name of the report, time, call sign, adjoint approx, safety not risk of collision is the name of the report here. Time, aircraft call sign, what happened, and then other information. So if we have any questions, let's resolve them before. Students, do we have any questions?
Sir, I have a question in a flight airborne plan.
Uh-huh.
So how to give this fault and whom to give this call?
You will give this call. See, you will not fly without a flight plan. Okay? You will not fly. But for some reason, if you have not submitted your flight plan to your destination, but you are still flying, then for departure, definitely you would have had your flight plan. But chances are that this flight plan is not given to your destination. So you have to ensure that you, after landing, at the first available opportunity, send the flight plan to the appropriate authority. That would ideally be your departure aerodrome, your ATC offices. So it's a very simple thing. Like if you have not submitted something to your destination, then you do it post landing. That is the first suggestion. Now, if you have a question, then please share the question exactly if it was something that you have seen somewhere, so I can help you construct a call on that.
So the question was like uh, file airborne flight plan.
Hmm. And in what number question was it? Where were you before this question?
I was on pre-flight cell call check.
And what is the next question?
File airborne flight plan.
And after that, what are the questions after that?
Then it was request for Departure clearance IFR.
Yeah. So you are on ground. You have not yet flown. So they're just asking you to submit your flight plan. The term airborne is just going to confuse you here. It's just that probably your uh, flight plan is not approved. It means you have not been issued with your FIC. So you have to submit the flight plan and get an FIC number. So it is related to that. Shavrish, can you try and take a call on this?
So
And
I
Udar,
didn't
you also
understand what
what?
what was the question. I didn't understand.
Why are you not paying attention? Come on, Victor Tango Romeo Uniform Delta, please tell what is he saying.
File
Can you
flight
help him
air.
understand? Uh,
Yes, yes, sir. So it was the second question of a mock paper. The second question was file airborne flight plan.
hmm.
So it can only be given after we are airborne, right?
So this is a trick question. You have to give this before you take off.
Ah.
So the question is, how do you take a call? Have you seen any solution to it, Rudar?
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Okay, so we
So
have, yeah, please share.
Delhi information, Akasa Air 1532, request file airborne flight plan. Then the ATC give a call of Delhi information, pass me the details, and then he gives Delhi information, Akasa 1532, Delhi to Jaipur via Rohtak, flight level 055, endurance 4 hour, persons on board 3, departure from Delhi at 1015. Then the ATC say departure information, flight plan filed at time 0842.
So here it is a very simple thing. Um, what is a flight plan? It's an information about our flight. So they want to check if you know all essential information. And the thing is that whether you give it to tower or whether you give it to information, maybe that's what they are checking. So you carefully check the ATCs available in your flight plan in the exam. You should have information there so that you can make a call to Delhi information. Um, Otherwise, it can go to tower also. But if you have information, then you can call them. And basically, airborne flight plan means just filing your flight plan, nothing else. Remember that you will not be able to fly without a valid flight plan. Times are there when a destination is not informed, which you can inform after arriving, or you can give arrival reports after reaching and all. This is simple. Just thing you have to know is request uh, flight plan filing or filing of flight plan, and ATC will give you a go ahead. So you give your flight information as per the flight plan given to you in the exam, and just keep a lookout if any FIC number is given to you. So here, what you can pick up from this solution is that they've made a call to information, but you have to be careful to check if information is there or not in your flight plan. Um, the question paper, that is, the flight plan with the question paper on the screen. So I'll give you some pointers about flight plan. Remember, information can be found on ICAO Doc 4444, and it is an advance notice of the intentions of the pilot. Okay, it is given to the ATS units. You have to mention your route, make a pointer of these things. You have to mention your route, your departure and destination, your cruising level, your speed, and information about crew and passengers. I'll repeat again. Minimum information needed in your flight plan would be route, departure and destination, cruising level, speed, and information about crew and passenger, and any special handling if you have. So total persons on board. Remember, it's not people or passenger. Total persons on board. Special handling. And then additional info is type of aircraft. Wake turbulence. Even if you don't say that, it's fine. But I would suggest you give all information. Remember, there are two types of flight plan: individual and repetitive. Individual is you're just planning for one flight and you're not sure if you're going to repeat that flight again. Repetitive is for scheduled airlines, where at the same time similar flights are undertaken on a daily basis. So we have handwritten notes on flight plan. I'm sharing that file with you all. Go through the notes, okay? It will give you a little bit more information about the flight plan. What happens if there are any changes, if there are any temporary changes. So if there are any temporary changes for your wake turbulence, for your flight level, for your speed, so within 30 minutes of your departure time, you have to inform ATC about it. And if there is any flight level change, then you can talk to ATC via a radio call. You don't have to worry about flight level changes. So there might be questions asking you that the cruising level mentioned in the flight level is flight level 310, but the question says that you get a call from dispatch saying the flight level 330 is more favorable. So you'll inform everything as per the flight plan. You'll just say flight level 330 instead of flight level 310. Now, if we think that we are going to have a delay of more than 30 minutes, delay of more than 30 minutes in the time when we remove the chocks off the wheel of the aircraft, then we have to inform the departure aerodrome immediately that there's going to be a delay of more than 30 minutes. If we have cancelled a submitted flight plan or repetitive flight plan, then immediately inform your departure aerodrome. Pilot should be informed. So basically, you don't have to worry about it. Your airline operator, dispatch office will be informing ATCs about it. In commercial aviation, you don't really have to worry about filing flight plans and all. In this case, they're just checking if you can verbally file a flight plan. So this is a verbal flight plan given wherein you call information. If information is not there, then tower, and you make a call to them saying, I would like to file my flight plan. Once you get a go ahead, then you just give your entire information. Any doubts? I think the solution seems fine. Just check the ATC. Other than that, it is good. I think we can go with it. It's a simple call. Most calls you'll find this way only. Maybe we don't know. That's why we think that okay, this could be difficult. When we break it down into RT calls, then things sound very simple. Shabrish, have you understood what's happening?
Affirm, sir. So we need to call Delhi information is if it's given in the that ATC part. If Delhi information is given, otherwise tower, and tell them that we are going to make a flight plan and
File a
the
flight plan. Rudra?
file a flight plan
Yeah, yeah, carry on.
and give the information that's given in the screen itself.
Yes. Essential info I have mentioned.
Yeah.
Call sign you already have given. Departure destination, route, flight level, speed, information about passengers and crew.
So it's called airborne flight plan, is it?
It's just a trick question. You don't have to worry about that word airborne. Students don't understand. You are on ground. It's just a trick question. You don't have to worry about it. It's as same as file a flight plan. Here, the airborne could mean that you're just filing after doing your pre-flight checks. Ideally, you submit it before you depart. Here, you are submitting it after your pre-flight checks. So, once this flight plan is approved, only after that you will remove your chocks of the aircraft. So, I don't think the word airborne here has any emphasis. It's just a trick question. See the actual situation where it is. And I want you all to analyze all calls and all questions with respect to this thing only, that where we are, what did we do earlier, and what are we going to do next. Uh, what are we going to do next? We'll not know until we clear the question, but where have we come from? So when you see airborne cell culture, when you see airborne word, you'll think that, okay, I have to file a flight plan when I'm in air. So, but here you're not in air, so you have to just file a flight plan. That's it. Are we following, students? Rudra, please
Affirm.
share your thoughts.
Affirm, sir.
Affirm, sir.
Not satisfied with the discussion? Please share your thoughts. What is the
Sir,
confusion? Do you think there is a mistake in the solution that you have?
no, sir, satisfied.
I want you to share these references with me that you have so that I can verify them. If you could share that file with me, wherever you have mock papers and solved papers.
Affirm, sir.
Hmm. Please tell me, Sabrish, have you understood?
Affirm, sir. Understood.
Yeah. Please tell me if you have more doubts. Let's quickly resolve them.
None as of now, sir.
Hmm. Victor Tango Romeo Uniform Delta.
Affirm, sir.
Okay. Please remember the instructions given. I have shared the flight plan handwritten notes. You just have to go through it once. You don't have to memorize much. But that is it. Everything that is there about flight plans is mentioned in those handwritten notes, important points. So you'll see that, okay, everything makes sense. There's nothing special called airborne flight plan and all. Anytime if you come across a publication which has mentioned these things, then just share with me and I will share more thoughts on that. Uh, Doc 4444, iCloud Doc 4444 will should give us everything about flight plan. Um, okay, so think that you're waiting in the exam hall. There'll be 30 minutes briefing given to all students before a session starts. You might find people very stressed, the staff conducting exams. You might find them very disciplined. You might find them very much to the point where you feel that they are very, you know, um, not friendly because it's their job, and some students might find them to be a little, you know, arrogant or rude or whatsoever. Do not go on that. Do not go on their tone. Remember, they are there to do a duty, and they have to do it. A lot of it's a lot of hard work to. For us, we just have to give 30 minutes and come back, and maybe 1 hour in waiting here and there. For them, they have to do it from morning till evening. Focus on each individual. Check the systems. They get very short breaks. So it happens. It's human error, human factors basically. And in India, people when they are a little tired, have fatigue, then they don't care about how others feel. They just behave the way they do. But it doesn't mean that they are bad. So don't let anything of that sort affect your confidence. If you feel someone is aggressive, arrogant, somebody is sarcastic, you just think that they are your family members and you're allowing them, just give them good vibes. Like, it's okay, I understand, I'll do as you say. And don't take it personally. Even if you're 5 minutes late and somebody makes fun of you from staff, then you just apologize and sit with your head high. Don't let that change your demeanor or don't let that affect your confidence. Okay? Many students feel in the differences and that affects their performance because they get riled up and angry thinking, why am I being treated like this? What did I do wrong? Because everybody thinks everything is going to be good. But when we get into the field, there are times when we come across difficult situations because people are in a bad mood. It doesn't make them bad. So listen to them, see if any instruction can be applied to your exam, follow what you have been training for, and follow your training. So today in your mock session, you might find an examiner who's rude, who's very arrogant, or very much, scolding you, highly scolding you a lot. So that should not make you feel bad. You should just think that you are the bigger person here, smile, understand, and try to make that person feel better, like a teamwork. Okay, remember this. Um, all the best. Once I'll call your name, come and start your exam. Try not to make errors. So the only technique to apply right now would be think before speaking, frame your calls before giving live call. Frame your call in your mind so that you can check for errors and then give a live call. Both of you all will apply this technique. Rudra, you frame and you will realize your mistakes. Think if you are making any repetitive mistakes which are non-RT, things that you are saying, then correct it and then give a live call. And every new question, I would suggest you at least think 5 seconds before you give answer. I have seen the question changing and students giving me call within a go. I would say it's good, but to avoid any chances of error, wait 5 seconds and then give the call. Have you understood? Any
Affirm, sir.
doubts on following the
Affirm, sir.
instructions? Easy to follow?
Affirm, sir.
Confirm, sir.
Chalo, all the best. Victor Tango, Sierra November, India, please come to the exam room.
Affirm, sir.
Now imagine aerodrome chart would also be given. So look at it and then check your taxiways. Today we will just go with that without the chart for aerodrome. But remember that um, ATC will be just ATC. Examiner will
Hmm.
be separate. Some other person listening to the calls, and there will be one or more people simulating real-time aircrafts. So just when you start taking calls at the same time, chances are that other aircrafts will also be talking to the ATC. Keep a lookout on their call sign and their uh, approvals that they have got and see they don't clash with you or something. There could anytime be something that is connected to that particular aircraft.
Affirm, sir.
Can you see the screen?
Affirm, sir. Visible.
If you want me to zoom in the chart, let me know. In exam, you'll not be able to zoom in, but it will be visible.
What is AKJ 9725?
You don't know,
Negative, sir.
and you have come for RT exam without knowing. There are only limited airlines in India, and you don't know about their call signs. Make a guess. You should know. You're the PIC.
King Air.
King Air is an airline in India. You
Negative,
don't
sir.
know. You want to become a pilot, and you don't know this.
Akasha. Visakhapatnam Tower. Akasha Air 9725. Stand Victor 15. Pre-flight radio check. 12345. 54321. How do you read?
Is it 9 or is it niner? Have you not come prepared?
Niners, sir.
Then why are you saying 9?
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725, stand Victor 15, pre-flight radio check 12345 54321. How do you read?
And why you're doing a readability check? Are you doing a readability check? Please think and answer if you want to pass, okay? Start over again.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725, pre-flight radio check. How do you read?
So pre-flight radio check, you have to mention the frequency, you have to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then ask how do you read.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725 on 119.7, pre-flight radio check 12345 54321. How do you read?
Akasa Air 98725, Vishakhapatnam Tower, read you 5. How do you read?
Radio 5, strength 5, Akasha Air 90725. Chennai Radio, Akasha Air 907. Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725 on stand Victor 15. Persons on board 180. Information Delta. IFR Visakhapatnam to Bangalore. Air correction. Boeing 787. Request pushback and startup.
Read the question carefully. Students, you have to read the question carefully and ask everything that is there in the question.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725, stand Victor 15, information Delta, persons on board 180, IFR Visakhapatnam to Bangalore, Boeing 787, request pushback and startup and ATC clearance.
Akasa Air 90725, Vishakhapatnam Tower, pushback and startup not approved. Standby for ATC clearance.
Pushback and startup not approved. Will stand by for ATC clearance. Akasha Air 90725. Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725. Stand Victor 15. Request ATC clearance.
Your pushback and startup is not approved. Why are you asking for ATC clearance? And you didn't even ask for reason why it is not approved. So do you want to take off or not? Do you want to fly or not?
Affirm, sir.
Then what is it?
Yeah, I thought first ATC clearance, after that pushback and startup.
Why would you think like that?
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725. Stand Victor 15. Information Delta. persons on board 180, Boeing 787, IFR Visakhapatnam, Bangalore. Request pushback and startup and ATC clearance.
It is a good call, but why have you not mentioned special handling when it is there right in front in the flight plan? Why are you making that error?
Hmm.
It's clearly written there is some special handling. You should mention that special handling in your startup calls.
From Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 90725, stand Victor 15, IFR Visakhapatnam to Bangalore, persons on board 180, information Delta, special handling hashbat, request priority startup, priority pushback and startup and ATC clearance.
Now, hazmat does not require priority. It requires precaution, nothing else. You just have to mention. Don't just blindly think if there is something in STS, then you will do priority. No, it doesn't work like that. Hazmat means there is hazardous material on board. It means you're carrying some lithium-ion batteries as cargo or something in a passenger aircraft, which is hazardous. Nothing else. You just have to mention hazmat on board or hazmat, hazardous material. So you don't need priority here.
Affirm, sir.
Please put little bit of more thought to use logic, students. These are unnecessary errors which we can avoid applying. Now this is an exam. This is not a learning exercise. I should not be telling you all this.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 90725, stand Victor 15, IFR Visakhapatnam, Bangalore, Boeing 787, persons on board 180, information Delta, hazmat on board, request pushback and startup, and ATC clearance.
Akasa 90725, Visakhapatnam Tower, pushback and startup approved. After departure, climb flight level 50, passing 3500, turn left for radial 170, turn right for radial 210, reaching flight level 50. Thereafter, climb to flight level 150.
Pushback and startup approved. After departure, climb flight level 50, passing 3500, turn left for radial 170, turn right for radial 210, reaching flight level 120. After that, climb flight level 150, Akasha Air 90725.
Negative, I say again. Turn left radial 170. Thereafter, turn right for radial 210, reaching flight level 50. Thereafter, further climb flight level 150, Visakhapatnam Tower.
After departure, climb flight level 50, passing 3500, turn left for radial 170, thereafter turn right, radial 210, reaching flight level 50, thereafter climb flight level 150, Akasha Air 90725. Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725, stand Victor 15, ready for correction. Request taxi clearance.
Akasa Air 90725, Vishakhapatnam Tower. Clear to taxi to runway 19er via taxiway Charlie 1. Turn right, taxiway Lima 3. Turn left, taxiway Sierra 2. Hold short runway 19er on taxiway Sierra 2.
Clear to taxi via correction. Clear to taxi to runway 19er via taxiway Charlie 1. Turn right, taxiway Lima 3. Turn left, Sierra 2. Hold short runway 19er at taxiway Sierra 2. Akasha Air 90725.
Roger, Vishakhapatnam Tower.
Visakhapatnam Tower. Akasha Air 90725. At taxiway Charlie 1. Taxiway Lima 3 ahead. Will turn right.
Akasa Air 90725, Vishakhapatnam Tower. Say again.
On taxiway Charlie 1. Will turn right to taxiway Lima 3 ahead. Akasha Air 90725.
Roger, Vishakhapatnam Tower.
Visakhapatnam Tower. Akasha Air 90725. On taxiway Lima 3. Will turn left to taxiway Sierra 2 ahead.
Roger, Vishakhapatnam Tower.
Visakhapatnam Tower. Akasha Air 90725. On taxiway Sierra 2 approaching runway holding point 19er.
Roger, Vishakhapatnam Tower.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725 at runway holding point 19er. Request enter and line up.
What is runway holding point 19er? And I told you not to use at so much. So you're
Affirm.
holding short of runway 19er.
Okay, sir.
Now you cannot change how standard things are reported in RT. It can be visibly seen. And
So,
anytime when you're saying runway, you have to say runway 19er. You cannot just say 19er. You will get a lot of points being deducted here.
affirm, sir. Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725 holding short runway 19er. Request enter and line up.
Is that given to you? Enter and line up in question. You
It
are
is, sir.
asked to be just hold short runway, and that's what you should do. Report position. That's it. Unnecessary. Why you are doing extra which is not told to you? At first, just report that you have reached runway holding point. Holding
Affirm,
short
sir.
runway 19er.
Akasha Air 9, correction. Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasha Air 90725 holding short runway 19er, sighted a glider on base leg runway 19er. Request instructions.
You don't know what to do here?
I will hold, sir.
So say that. What? Why you just repeating a call halfway? Are you tired?
Negative, sir.
So every call you have to be on your feet. Take responsibility. Mention everything in your call.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 90725, holding short runway 19er, sighted glider on base leg, runway 19er, holding position.
Will give way to glider. Come on. Why are you struggling with structuring that? If you know you're going to hold position, why are you holding position? You say will give way to glider. Come on, don't you want to pass the exam? Why do you want my help?
Negative, sir. Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 90725, holding short runway 19er, sighted glider on base leg, runway 19er, holding position will give way to glider.
Akasaya 90725, Visakhapatnam Tower. Once clear of glider, clear to enter runway 19er.
Once clear of glider, clear to enter runway 19er, Akash Air 90725.
Roger, Visakhapatnam Tower.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 90725, clear of glider, holding short runway 19er, request enter and line up.
Now you were given clearance. Once clear of glider, you are allowed to enter runway 19er. So why are you asking permission again?
Okay. I just need to report.
Yes, see, these are the little errors. We can avoid these little errors. Come on, quick.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 90725, clear of glider runway 19er, entering and line up, entering and lining up runway 19er.
Entering runway 19er. That's it. Frame your call in mind before giving. Don't fumble. It is not difficult. You have to just imagine yourself in the PIC seat.
Affirm, sir. Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 90725, lined up runway 19er, correction, ready for departure.
And when you say correction, you have to start with the last correct word or phrase. You're not applying that. In briefing, examiners will tell you do not use correction and disregard.
Affirm, sir.
That is to avoid misuse and overuse. When you're saying correction, you have to correctly use it. So you say correction and start correcting after saying the last correct word or phrase.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 90725, lined up runway 19er, ready for departure.
Akasaya 90725, Visakhapatnam Tower, cleared for departure, runway 19er. Correction cleared for takeoff, runway 19er.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 19er, Akash Air 90725.
Complete the all questions fast. You are losing on time.
Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 9725, 30 nautical miles outbound Visakhapatnam, flight level 501800, Whiskey 47. Request further climb to flight level 320.
Where is top of climb? And are you sure you'll talk to tower and not approach? Any
Uh,
climb call you have to mention top of climb.
Confirm, sir. So it's 5500 for Visakhapatnam Tower. So I'm in flight level 50.
So that is fine, but top of climb.
Yes, sir. Visakhapatnam Tower, Akash Air 9725, 30 nautical miles outbound Visakhapatnam, flight level 501800, Whiskey 47, top of climb 1815. Request flight correction. Request climb to flight level 320.
Akasa 99725, Visakhapatnam Tower. Maintain heading. Clear to climb to flight level 150. At DME 50 or more. Report reaching.
Maintain heading. Cleared to climb flight level 150 at DME 50 or more. Will report when reaching.
Why you're struggling there? Will report reaching flight level 150. That's it you have to say. Why you're struggling unnecessarily? Akasa 90725, Visakhapatnam Tower. Negative flight level 150. I say again, clear to climb to flight level 160. Whiskey 47 at 50 DME or more. I say again, clear to climb to flight level 160.
Cleared to climb to flight level 160 at DME 50 or more. Akash Air 9725.
Roger, Visakhapatnam Tower.
Visakhapatnam approach. Akash Air 9725.
How can you
Flight
directly call approach if it's a continuous call? Before changing to approach, you are supposed to call tower. How can you directly call approach right now if it's the same call? We didn't even tell you to talk to approach. Such little errors happen and we don't realize and we think that our paper was fine but still we cannot clear. Everything is taught, we have learnt everything. How are you jumping directly to approach without notifying tower about it? Anytime when we are changing ATC, we'll say Visakhapatnam Tower, Akasa Air 90725, flight level 150, changing to Visakhapatnam approach 123.5. And then only then you should call. If it's a continuous call, if it's the same question. Visakhapatnam approach, flight level, correction, Visakhapatnam approach, Akasa Air 90725, flight level 150, DME 60, outbound Visakhapatnam, Whiskey 47, over Bitem, request climb to flight level 320, top of climb so and so. Here it would be flight level 160. You cannot just directly go to approach. Please make a note of it and don't make these errors in the exam.
confirm, sir.
Quickly finish your calls. You don't have much time.
all aircraft in the vicinity of Bitam 1820,
W-
flight level
Are you going to deviate on your own?
negative, sir.
Have you not understood the question?
So, enable aviation equipment and no ATC in contact.
So what do you do in that case?
Pan.
So why you're not thinking and answering?
Pan. All aircraft in the vicinity of Bitam 1820, Akasha Air
You cannot say
90725.
time first and then your call sign. You're missing and you're changing basic protocols of W1, W2. What's wrong? Why you're panicking? Pan, all aircraft, Akasa 90725. It is W1.
Pan. All aircraft in the vicinity of Bitam, Akasha Air 90725 1820, due altimeter redundancy, enable aviation due equipment, negative contact with ATC, will deviate on own, will turn right for 15 nautical miles. At 10 nautical miles, will climb 500 feet and maintain flight level 325 overhead Bitam, flight level 320, 1 Whiskey 47, Boeing 787, wake turbulence moderate, all exterior lights turned on.
Keep a lookout. What's wrong? Students, you cannot give up, okay? You have to try. Come on, quick answer. Why are you taking so long?
Kolkata control, Akasha Air 99725.
Why are you
Add.
calling Kolkata control?
So
Okay, really?
uh, we are in flight level 32. Okay.
You are Abhi Marwa.
Marwa.
Carefully check.
Chennai control, Akasha Air 99725. Had deviated 15 nautical miles right of Whiskey 47, flight level 325, due RV, enable RVSM due equipment, Abhi Marwa will rejoin Whiskey 47 overhead Vijayawada, request clearance.
You can always mention estimating Vijayawada and you will say request rejoining clearance and descend to flight level 320. You cannot make such errors if you want to clear the exam. Request rejoining clearance. That is the main thing in the call. And descend to flight level 320, because in enable RVSM, here it's not even 320. You have to request descend to a non RVSM flight level. Still aircraft is
Also,
enable RVSM. So request rejoining clearance and descend to flight level 280, enable RVSM due equipment. You have to not see where you are stuck, getting stuck, where you're facing issues. You have to focus on how will I make it easy for me to communicate and for ATC to understand. Struggling unnecessary for grammar when there is no grammar at all. Instead, you should focus on words like rejoining clearance and descending to non-RVSM flight level. Those are two major things which are not issued. So you're just keep giving a call that is only 60-70% correct.
Chennai Control, Akash Air 99725 had, had deviated on 5 nautical miles right of Whiskey 47 due enable RVSM due equipment. Flight level 325 will rejoin Whiskey 47 overhead Vijayawada. Abim Marwa request rejoining clearance and descend to flight level 280, estimating Vijayawada 1845. Chennai Control, Akash Air 99725. Due bad weather ahead, or correction, due extreme bad weather ahead over Epkeek and Wadby will deviate via Whiskey 47 to Bangalore. Request clearance. Correction, request weather deviation clearance.
This is rerouting clearance. This is not weather deviation. Weather deviation is when you're not changing routes, just going off route and then rejoining the same route. So the call that you have to frame is different. Chennai Control, Akasa 99725, receive bad weather warning over Epkik and Wabdi, would like to reroute to Bangalore via Whiskey 47 from Vijayawada, estimating Bopri, Whiskey 47, so and so time, Dagni so and so time, Aniro so and so time, ETA Bangalore so and so time, request rerouting clearance. This is such a simple call. Unnecessarily, why are you doing the wrong thing or why are you doing incomplete thing? You know how to do it, then why you're not pushing yourself to do it? You know you're going to do rerouting clearance, but you're not mentioning request rerouting clearance. You're not given estimates and ETA also. And you're saying that this is weather deviation. This is not weather deviation. Weather deviation is completely different. And we know that. Rerouting, rejoining, we have to be using those words if we want to show that we know RT. And whenever you are rerouting and proposing a new route, you have to give all estimates and ETA.
Affirm, sir.
This is the only difference. If you do these things, you will be clearing the exam with flying colors. So you're doing correct thing in each call, but making errors that are major errors, which could be fixed easily. So the problem is you not knowing the answers. No, the problem is, are you doing enough with each call? Are you applying each term? No, that is the issue. So you have a very good chance of performing well if you focus on these things.
Affirm.
Quickly finish the calls.
Chennai Control, Akasha 99725, overhead Vijayawada, flight level 280, 1845, Whiskey 47, due bad, extreme bad weather ahead, will reroute via Whiskey 47, estimating Bopri 1900, estimating Kamgu,
Don't use the word estimating again and again. Is it your first time?
negative sir,
Continue from estimating Bopri.
estimating Bopri 1900, estimate Kamgu 1915, Digi,
It's Dagni.
Dagni,
Read it
okay,
carefully.
Dagni 1930, Aniro 1945, ETA Bangalore 18 correction 2010, request rerouting clearance. Chennai Control, Akash Air 99725, Prakash RA,
That's it.
yes sir. So
ATC is not responding.
Chennai Control, Akash Air 99725, Prakash RA
You have
over
to mention
Rajdhani.
climb or descend. You're just saying Tikka Sare, that's it. You're not even thinking. You don't say Tikkas RA. RA will tell you either climb or descend. So you say Tikkas climb.
Confirms. Chennai Control, Akash Air 99725, Prakash climb.
Akasa 90725, Chennai Control, Roger. Report returning to clearance.
Will report when returning to clearance. Akash Air 99725.
Roger, Chennai Control.
Chennai
It's not
Control,
even Chennai, it's Bangalore Control. You're not even checking. Dagni is beyond this blue boundary. If you carefully look, you have Bangalore Control also available.
sir, we are just reaching it, so
So reaching means what? Are you on control boundary? No. Reaching means you have crossed the control boundary.
affirm sir.
Dagni is still after the control boundary.
Bangalore Control, Akash Air 99725, Prakash climb.
Akasa 90725, Bangalore Control, Roger, report returning to clearance.
Will report when returning to clearance. Akash Air 99725.
Roger, Visakhapatnam, correction. Roger, Bangalore control.
Bangalore control, Akasha 99725, clear of traffic, returning to clearance.
Mention your flight level.
Clearance flight level 280.
Okay, good. Okay. Sorry, the examiner was scolding, but still the examiner gave you a lot of time, extra time, plus the examiner gave you so many chances to improve your calls. After giving chances, your calls were correct. Absolutely perfect. So, what we understand from the simulation is that you have it in you. You have to just understand that the level of performance that you have to give is like performing surgery or actually flying a plane solo. You just have to have that feel. Somewhere your mind is doing correct things, but still it is not giving us 100% efficiency, which I know you already have. So you have to just train your mind to ensure that whatever errors you have learned, the difference between your call and the actual call is just 10 to 20%. But that 10 to 20% is the major thing. So that's it. You have to just think about it, feel that I am PIC, feel that I am a very confident person and I will do it correctly. Understand the situation in a way that all your street smartness, intelligence, wisdom, everything is involved into giving a call. And I assure you that you will give the calls that you actually are required to give. I don't see any error in your prep. Your the way you are sounding initially, first two, three calls, you sounded as if you're very laid back and you're not much interested, but still you were sounding good. But afterwards, you picked up and you were really sounding very good. So that is really nice. Calls are very clean. Unnecessary fumbling can be removed. And remember, rejoining, rerouting, non-RVSM flight level, changing ATCs, emphasizing on the situation, reading the whole question, mentioning runway number accurately. Many students make a mistake of not using runway number properly, and that's why they are not cleared for the exam also, because it's a grave error. One of our students gave such a nice exam, but they missed saying runway. They just made two mistakes and they could not clear the exam. And those two mistakes, what they could remember, they were grave mistakes. So the examiner has the authority to think that, okay, no, no. How could you change directly tower to approach? How would you say runway one niner instead of runway one niner? Why would you not say pan pan? So 3 to 4 to 5 mistakes, and they will take it as okay. They are the critical mistakes or they are smaller mistakes. But I'm really happy with the performance. I think you're good to go. I don't see much errors because I think on the day of exam, you will improve your efficiency. So please tell me if you have any doubts and please tell me if you'll apply everything that you have learned. And please tell me if you'll increase your efficiency by first just getting your mind that, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to like take a class, teach, maybe this is an interview, and the level of efficiency required is just little more. But I'm happy otherwise. Like you knew answer to each call.
Affirm, sir.
So how was your experience? Please share.
It was good. I could have read the question more carefully so that like the I just read the half question and I gave better deviation call. I shouldn't have done like that.
Don't say I should and I would. Say I will.
Affirm, sir. I will.
Also, pushback startup ATC clearance request in same question you ask at the same time. Don't overthink.
Affirm, sir.
Hmm. And any delay given to you, request reason. Here, delay was given because you didn't give entire info. Hazmat is an important thing. Very few special handling does not require priority.
Affirm, sir.
And don't say priority pushback startup. Request pushback and startup on priority. But here priority was needed, but not needed. But still, if you say request pushback and startup on priority. Rerouting clearance, descent to non-RVSM flight level, we should have remembered. Giving estimates. These are just little things which will make your call outshine. It's not tick as RA, it's tick as climb,
Affirm,
tick
sir.
as descent. Whatever you assume or whatever they simulate or whatever you have to just give. Pan call, correct readback for flight level, that ATC clearance was given a little differently structured. You heard
Yes,
it
sir.
correctly, but I don't know why you said flight level 160 or 120. It was flight level 50 only.
Affirm, sir.
Hmm. So any delay request reason.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-flight radio check, mention pre-flight radio check on 119.7. Put some emphasis. Maybe sometimes examiners are not heard and they would think that okay, it was your mistake. So you make sure that you put emphasis on each thing. Pre-flight radio check on 119.7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You did the right call, but ATC was busy doing other things. So they were like, okay, give again, give again. So you stick to what you have learned, emphasize on correct things. Readback should always be there. Do not fumble. In climb, always mention top of climb. Please check your ATCs clearly. It's so easily visible. Just look at the blue thick lines. If you're crossing it, your control has changed. And the
Affirm, sir.
flight plan already shows us which all control are there with us. When you're in Chennai, you're calling Kolkata. When you're in Bangalore, you're calling Chennai. Don't do that. Already observe the chart before you start your calls and see how many controls are there. Look at the flight plan and look at the chart and see, okay, these are my small pockets of different controls. Changing ATC, remember you'll mention the existing ATC that you're changing to the next ATC. Very
Affirm, sir.
important. Any deviation on own, it's a pan call, W1, W2, and then say time. First mention what you're doing, time and all could come later on. Rejoining clearance, please mention descent to non-RVSM flight level. Mention it's a rerouting clearance. Tick as climb. 1122 things here and there. I think you don't have to worry. Just make yourself soak everything in that you have understood and guide your mind properly.
Affirm, sir.
Any questions, any challenges? Victor Tango Romeo Uniform Delta, how about you? How was your experience? Did you note everything down? Was it
Yes, sir.
knowledgeable? Any disputes? Please
No,
share.
sir.
You got an answer to a lot of situations. I would like to you to apply them in your calls.
Affirm, sir.
Any doubts, any disputes, anything you would want to do differently?
Nothing, sir. But can you please give me that after the contact of ATC, how to give that RVSM, deviating 50 nautical mile, rerouting this one, rejoining at
It is similar to the
Chhatrapati.
call he took. So that call will be like this. Um we had we were Abhi Marwa. So I had assumingly had taken right. So right will be somewhere here, Abhi Marwa. So your present position is here. So you will say Chennai radio, correction, Chennai control, Akasa Air 90725, 15 nautical miles right, Abhi Marwa, flight level 325, had deviated on own due aircraft unable RVSM and negative contact with ATC. Would like to rejoin Whiskey 47 over Vijayawada, estimating Vijayawada 1830. Request rejoining clearance and descent to flight level 280. Aircraft enable RVSM due equipment. Did you
Affirm,
note
sir.
it down?
Yes, sir.
Easy, right? Victor Tango Sierra November India. Easy, right? Very structured, very clean.
Affirm, sir.
What helps us is when we visualize what we are doing. So where am I? I know I'm 1 5 nautical miles right off track, right off the track. So I say I'm 1 5 nautical miles right of Whiskey 47, Abhi Marwa. So they will know that okay, I'm Abhi Marwa. I've given I don't know my DME or radial or whatever. It will be difficult. So I just said Abhi Marwa from the question. 1 5 nautical miles right, Whiskey 47 had deviated on own due negative contact with ATC and unable RVSM. Present position we say flight level 325. Request would like to rejoin Whiskey 47 over Vijayawada, estimating Vijayawada, and then I say request rejoining clearance and descend to flight level 280 due aircraft unable RVSM due equipment. So we remember that even to even, odd to odd, when we are going for a non-RVSM flight level. Little bit of presence of mind, that's it. 30 minutes, you have to give 200-300% of our brain. That's it. And don't be fearful, students, because you are experienced. Just do it very relaxed mind, carefully, confidently, thinking that I know what to do. I will know what to do. Any call that you're making, keep looking on the chart and your position from where you are making the call. That really helps. Shabrish Rudar, this is a very good exercise. If you have not been doing it, then start doing it. This is how I take calls and how I teach calls. So if I'm over BitM and I've gotten a call, then I'll keep looking at BitM. So I can easily see that, okay, one control has passed, another control and another control. So I have Kolkata control for Vishakhapatnam. It is also called as Vizag. I have Chennai control in between major chunk of my route, and then Bangalore control, small portion of the airspace. So any call that you're making when you're in air, look at the chart and your position and imagine you are there. And it will be very more effective to take a realistic call. I hope you're plotting. If you're not plotting yourself or placing yourself on the chart, then start doing it because it makes it very realistic. And once you know where you are, you have to just gather information in your RT language, which you already know. Keep thinking enable RVSM. So yeah, initially, if we don't think we know, okay, we are going to come back to 320. If it was a weather deviation, we would have come back to weather 320 only, flight level 320. But we then it strikes, oh, it's enable RVSM. So I have to come to a non-RVSM flight level. So always place yourself in air properly. Reaching Vijayawada, ATC tells you clear to rejoin over Vijayawada flight level 280, and then you give a read back, leaving flight level 2, correction, leaving flight level 325 for flight level 280, will report reaching Vijayawada, Whiskey 47, Akasa Air Niner 725. Then the question changes. Reaching Vijayawada, you are informed weather is bad over Epkik and Wabdi. So no point in taking weather deviation now because weather ahead is bad from where you have to take a left turn for this route. So best is you request to rejoin via this, reroute via this. So imagine yourself and place yourself on the chart for more realistic performance is what you can add in your performance, students. Are we following? Any thoughts, any doubts?
Sure. I'll just give the rejoining call. Can you check if it's correct?
Yeah, sure.
Chennai control Akasa Air 9725 deviated 15 nautical miles right of Whiskey 47 Abeam Marwa. Due enable RVSM. Would like to rejoin Whiskey 47 overhead Vijayawada. Request rejoin clearance and descend to flight level 280. Enable RVSM due equipment.
Very good. Just also say estimating Vijayawada.
Okay. Is
Hmm.
it that in the end, right?
Anytime you could have given before you say request this and that.
Okay.
But if you miss saying then you can say it in the end also. This is exactly how you have to take call, students. And as a pilot, you know about your speed, you know about your intent. So your estimates should be given by you only initially, always. One estimate or next estimate at least in each calls. So here also you'll say estimating Vijayawada 1830, request rejoining clearance and descend to flight level 280 due aircraft enable RVSM or aircraft enable RVSM due equipment.
Confirm, sir.
Hmm. Anything else? Any doubts?
Negative, sir.
Okay, good job. We'll take a short break and we'll come back, and Rudar, you'll be giving the exam. So I'm going to end this session and I'm going to share a new link to start a fresh session. So we have individual summaries after the session sent to you all. Okay, so use the
Affirm,
same
sir.
link though. We'll use the
Yes.
same link. So just come back within 15 minutes or 4:15 onwards. You can come back anytime. We will start at max by 4:15, 1615 to 1618 to 1620 max. So nicely freshen up, take a good break, and come back and say I'm ready on Zoom chat on the new link. All right, students, take care. Have a nice break.
Yes, sir.